Welcome back to the Team to Be Miami Heat podcast, your one-stop shop for daily Miami Heat content. My name is Amir. So for today's episode, I want to talk about Andrew Wiggins and why I believe this upcoming season could be a bounce back season for him with the Miami Heat. He was traded last year to the Miami Heat mid-season for Jimmy Butler. He had his ups and downs. He only played 17 games for the Heat in the regular season before getting hurt, missing a ton of games. He was able to come back in the playoffs. The Heat got swept in the first round by the Cavs. He wasn't aggressive. He didn't really play too well when the Miami Heat absolutely needed him. And so, not the best start for his Miami Heat career. But I think this upcoming season, his second season with the Miami Heat, there are a lot of reasons why I think he's going to bounce back, make a leap, and improve and help this Miami Heat team next year. So, if we look back at his first season with the Miami Heat, he joined the Miami Heat at a time when the team needed a wing defender, a secondary scorer behind Tyler Hero. With Jimmy Butler gone, we needed someone to replace him. And we also lost other key pieces the season before. And while Andrew Wiggins did show some flashes of his Golden State days, knocking down corner threes for the Miami Heat, attacking mismatches, playing strong perimeter defense, he was never fully comfortable in Miami's system. Again, he got injured, so only played 17 games. Did average like 19 points per game in those 17 games. So the numbers weren't eye-popping, but they weren't bad at all. Like his scoring did dip from his peak in the past, but again, he's someone who's capable. If you can give the Miami Heat 17, 18 points per game this upcoming season with the new roster, that could be very beneficial. He struggled with consistency, so that's an issue. There were nights where he looked disengaged. He looked like he just would fade into the background, and we needed him at a time again where the Miami Heat desperately needed a scorer behind Tyler, especially behind Bam Adebayo, who was also having a down season himself. So Wiggins was trying to adjust on the fly. He did join a new team, a new system, new coach. Like we understand, he was trying to fit in with Bam and Tyler and other players, and he didn't have a season or an off season to prepare for that. So this is why I think this year is going to be different for Andrew Wiggins. Number one, he gets a full offseason with the Miami Heat. He gets to go to training camp. He gets to learn the system. He gets to bond with his teammates. He gets a preseason, honestly, at this point, which is going to be helpful. So more repetition, more experience with his team. He is going to learn about Heat culture this offseason with their conditioning and the attention to detail, especially on the defensive end. Like he's a good defender, but it slipped up a little bit. You could see that he's getting a little bit older, and he is a better defender and has been a better defender in the past in comparison to last season. So with a full summer under Spo, the training staff, we could see him being healthier, sharper, and maybe even a confident version of himself outside of the gate. The other reason why I think that Andrew Wiggins could or should bounce back is that it is a contract year in theory. So he's playing for his next big deal. He's 30 years old. This might be his final big contract that he can get. Like he's looking probably for like a 3 to 5 year deal. And players in contract years almost always elevate their game. And for Wiggins, this is about proving that he's still a high level player. And if you could show that he's a high level two-way wing in the NBA, a 3-and-D wing who could be your third or fourth best option on a winning team in today's NBA, that's huge. That's what a lot of teams are looking for. And the Miami Heat are giving him a platform. If he plays well, he not only helps the Miami Heat, but he also secures his future payday. He has a player option, which you can opt out of and become an unrestricted free agent. So if he doesn't want to play for the Miami Heat, if he balls out and he shows out, then again, he could secure that last bag before he gets into his mid-30s and retire. So that's big. The other thing is going into the season, I think there's better rule clarity. Again, last season, Wiggins was just trying to fit in and figure out where he was going to fit in. And this year, it's clear that Miami needs him to be one of their better point of attack perimeter defenders. Like if Tyler and Norman Powell are your starters, then we need Andrew Wiggins to step up as our lockdown perimeter defender, guarding the best guy on the opposing team, also being a reliable scorer. I know Norman Powell's here now. So again, I didn't say that I think he should average 19 to 22 points per game behind Tyler, because now I think that role is Norman Powell's to score 19 to 22 points per game. We need Andrew Wiggins to score 15 to 17 per game and play elite defense. And he should be doing that again because it's a contract year. So reliable scoring, increasing your 3-point percentage from like 36 to 37, 38% will be huge. And we just need him to thrive in that role that he played with the Golden State Warriors. He's never going to be in that same role because there's no Steph Curry, there's no Klay Thompson, no Draymond on this team. But still, he should have clarity on what we need from him as a starter. So these are the reasons why, again, I believe he could break out. The defensive fit. If he decides to play better defense and shows more passion and energy on that end, the Miami Heat love versatile wings who can guard multiple positions. He has the size at 6'7". He has the athleticism still to guard 1 through 4. And with Spo's system, he'll always be in position to make plays. So don't be surprised if he does take on the toughest defensive assignments night after night. I think he has to, especially based on the starting lineup or whoever that starting lineup may be. If Davion Mitchell starts, then he will be our point of attack defender. But still, I think he needs to step up in general as one of the better defenders on our team. His offensive upside, Wiggins is at his best when he's slashing, when he's cutting, when he's getting out in transition, and when he's in that mid range posting up. He doesn't have the best handles, so it's hard for him to get into the lane from the perimeter. So if he's in transition, if he's off ball, if he's getting to that mid post, he has that footwork and step back ability. So with the full training camp with the Miami Heat, we should expect him to be put in more motion heavy sets, more flare screens, and just different actions, which we can get him open and having people attack him on closeouts and instead of isolating. And that way, if they're attacking him, he can then put the ball on the floor and try to use that athleticism and skill to get by them. Otherwise, he doesn't have a good enough handle to do that. Spacing, confidence is another reason why I think going into the season, he'll look better. I think he's going to be more forceful with his opportunities, more aggressive. I think he hesitated last year a little bit on his jump shots, and it's going to be a contract year. So I think he's going to want to have a little more usage and he's going to let it fly a little bit more. So if he can consistently hit that corner three, he becomes a really good complementary piece to Bam, Norm, and Tyler Hero. And again, let's not underestimate the Heat culture. Like, again, he got here midseason, so he only played 17 games in the regular season. Let's see what he does in like 65, 75 games with this Miami Heat. Like, don't underestimate the Miami Heat culture. We've revived careers before. Look at guys that we turned into good players that were even undrafted, like the Caleb Martins, the Max Strus, the Gabe Vincents. So Wiggins has the talent. He was a former #1 pick. So with the Miami Heat's system, I think he has every reason to bounce back. So if he does bounce back, the Heat could become a way better team in the East. He gives the team the length, the defense, the playoff experience, the championship experience. And this is someone the Miami Heat desperately need to be one of their X factors if they want to improve and avoid the play-in for the first time and take advantage of a weaker East with all the injuries that have happened last offseason. So, Heat fans, what do you think? Will Andrew Wiggins bounce back this season and finally find his rhythm for the Miami Heat? Can he be a two-way wing player that we've been waiting for? Will he play well because it's a contract year? Just let me know your thoughts. And again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.